All right, in this video we're going to show you how to hook up and activate the wireless rain sensor with your B-hyve timer. There's a couple tricks on this that are a bit different from a non-smart timer, just a couple button pushes. So let's go through that. When attaching this, first thing you want to do is make sure your timer is unplugged so you don't get electrocuted or anything like that. Once it's unplugged, you've got 4 wires that you have to hook up with the wireless sensor. The wireless sensor comes with 5 wires. It has a green wire that you'll notice is not hooked up to anything. That's for use with other brands of timers that sometimes require a 5th wire. Their instructions will tell you about how to hook that up. But with Orbit timers, we only need to use the 4 for the wireless rain and freeze sensor. The 2 red wires are connected to the 2 24-volt out terminals, and the yellow and white wire are connected to the 2 sensor terminals. The order that they're in doesn't really matter, just as long as you get the red ones in the 24-volt and the yellow and white ones in the sensor. So once those are hooked up, you can go ahead and plug your timer back in, close the panel. You'll have your unit here, your rain freeze unit. On the bottom, it has a switch that lets you choose whether you want to detect rain and freeze conditions, or just to off. So if you live in an area where freezing conditions are common, you may want to do both. If you live in an area where freezing conditions are not common, probably just stick with the rain. So once we've got that switched on, we can test it. You'll notice when I hold that down, it does activate the sensor, but nothing happens here on the timer. And so the way to do that is we need to activate the sensor on the timer. How you do that is by holding down the rain delay button a few times. So when you hold it down for about 5 seconds the first time, you'll get this message that says sensor on. And that means it's on. Now originally when the timer comes stock, it's going to have sensor off. So the first time you do that, it will say sensor off. And then you just need to do it one more time until it says sensor on. Once that's the case, then the sensor is now activated. So if you had a program scheduled, you would see the sensor delay that when it came time to run that program. We'll give you an example of that here. So now with the sensor activated, the sensor is causing a delay when we hit a scheduled runtime, and it will keep this delay in place until the sensor detects that it's no longer raining or no longer in freezing conditions. And then when it releases, and you will then get your programs to start running if we're still within the window. So that's how you hook that up and activate it. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below.